Is this a buff or a nerf? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm
See?
gonna say it feels cheesy as shit. I do think people just are not gonna like playing against this. But,
All right. We are going to test. We are going to test the clown. Testing the clown changes. We know the invigoration stuff is nice. Okay, so they fixed that. Remember the PTB used to be able to throw it right at your feet and it would go. No longer works. So there is like a 1 second like delay, it looks like, where you have to briefly throw it, and then you'll be fine. Ow. All right. All right, another hit there. Beautiful, perfecting the slug. So you gotta hook it in front of you a little bit. It's not crazy, but you gotta do it. The nice thing is the reload speed is a little bit faster. Your speed while reloading is also faster. So yes, you pretty much want to hook like a bottle in front of you. For the invigoration, not terrible though. The hindered is now 14% instead of 15 at default. So 1% less. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're hindered for a shorter amount of time. Yeah. He's definitely shorter. He's definitely hindered for less. For less amount of time. Nice. Nice double surge again. Massive nerf to cigar box though. So cigar box went from what's now only 6 meters from what? What was it? 16 originally? So was it 16 meters originally? Something like that. Now it's down to 6. 16 to 6. So that's a pretty hefty nerf, right? In terms of scale. Was definitely one of his better add-ons. The invigoration is it requires you to kind of throw it ahead. You have to throw the bottle ahead of you a little bit, not by much. Like here, it should pop. By the time I'm there, I'm invigorated. That's okay. The hinder on the old clown would be a little bit different. I can't even see her. I have to get closer to this. Big coup hit there, nice. Throw the bottle ahead, and I mean that's pretty much like that what you want to do, right? Invigorate, invigorate, invigorate. That's pretty much it. I coup this. She dies. Nice. You're the one I just gave out the hook, right? I need a stack anyway. Yeah, Serena. Serena? Oh, it's Elodie. The spread of the bottle is a little bit less. So it's like, it seems like what you want to do pretty much whenever you are playing is invigoration bottle immediately. Gas. Like that's how you play clown. Like as opposed to only using it in specific scenarios that would benefit you. It seems like you always, there's really no reason for you not to want to throw an invigoration bottle. I'm going over here. I know I'm going to chase this guy. Pop the bottle. Boom. There we go. Throw this bottle. He's invigorated, but not for long. He's already no longer hindered anymore. So it's like a second less. I don't know, man. Like the invigoration, reload speed, reload time, it are definitely buffs. But yeah, like the hinder stuff is a nerf. If I'm not mistaken, chat, I think we had 2 that just popped. Sorry, man. I'm swinging for the fences. That's 4 fog vials, no? Holy cow. We have a DC. So yeah, I mean, like if I had like the old cigar box, like I'd be able to pop invigoration and then be able to see all 3 of them at that range. But with fog vials not being a thing, it's kind of difficult. Like I don't think that it doesn't make the clown viable. Like it definitely does. You know what I mean? Like in the PTB, you would pull the invigoration bottle, and as soon as you'd hit the ground, you'd be invigorated. So this is how you play the clown. You would just spam haste over and over and over and over again. That was it. So they've adjusted that, right? They've adjusted so that it has like a detonation relay by 1 second. So you throw ahead of you. By the time you're there, it pops. And then you pick up the haste. I know where she went. I have no idea. Oh. She doesn't even know where she is. The chances are fine. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The biggest draw of the clown was like being hindered, right? Like, that was the only thing in this kit that really made sense. You know what I'm saying? But now it's not even for that long. So no longer are you hindered for a long period of time. I don't know, man. Chat, should we ask Garnet about what they think? They're the actual clown main.
Literally
Is this a buff or a nerf? Garnet will know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna
See?
say it feels cheesy as shit. I do think people just are not gonna like playing against this. But it's hard to say. I feel like if you're just spamming yellows, like this is the build I've been running so far, and it's like super mean. You know, I just basically yellow bottle myself. I then apply a blood favor, and people just like die. I've had like a couple DCs so far, and a couple people giving up. I don't know if I'd say a nerf or a buff yet, but it's not as bad as the PTB. I want to be very clear about that. Yeah, I will say this. When I played on the PTB, I genuinely did not have a good time. This, I'm having kind of a good time, but it feels kind of wrong. Right? I feel like survivors are not gonna like going against this compared to pre-patch, compared to how I play.
Okay, all right. We're gonna try this build. Apparently, this build has been cooking, and you heard it from the source. We're not sure whether or not this is a buff or a nerf. Nobody actually knows, and that's how I felt too. It's a little bit of everything. But I will say, being invigorated for a longer period of time is a nice touch. 100%. Nice. Into blood favor with rapid brutality. So with rapid brutality into this, I'm 17% faster. Look at that. Boom. That's insane. You love to see it. Okay. I think what I would probably like to run, I know that he's a big fan of Zanchin on the clown. I would still like to run rapid brutality. Save the best for last. Like obviously is the bee's knees with clown. It used to be tremendously punishing. I don't know about how much anymore though. Okay, we know we can just immediately leave because there's nobody here because of the aura. All right, we got a few here. Good bottle, nice. All right, we're shutting this whole thing down. All these pallets are gone. She has a couple windows she can use. But she's gonna die here. Another dead, nice. My grace. Your clown bottle is ready, your grace. Go in front of us again. Get the additional hinder, nice. Ooh, got super lucky on that shit. And we're still we're 5% faster because of rep brutality. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And we're on the swamp. I think we got super duper lucky because my totem is hopefully in a decent spot, buried somewhere else. Where's our totem? Yeah, way out in the corner. Way out in the corner next to no gen is obviously something you want to see all the time. So now they got their first gen done. Oops, wrong bottle. So now we have batteries included, which is kind of nice. So batteries into an invigoration bottle into rapid brutality is very cash money. We love to see it. Okay, nice. Rapid brutality. I'm gonna double back into this guy actually. Get the haste, and we should be able to hit him with a fat bottle coming up soon. This guy's just dead here. Nice. Would knockout work good for the clown over Zanchin? I guess you probably could. You could do something along the lines of that if they're trying to, pre-jump and you're able to work around said pallet. force them to leave. You could do that. I think the problem is going to happen when you have knockout is you have to be within 6 meters away from the pallet to get hindered, right? I think what a lot of people tend to do is when they get gassed is they kind of panic and they stay next to the pallet that's down, right? That's what it seems like for me anyway. Nice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're gonna be hindered and ventured out too terribly far away. Damn, we are zooming, dude. Yeah, you don't make this on the other side, you're just dead. Now, cigar box garish makeup kit giving us an additional 2 seconds on invigoration is also really big too. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie, that's insane. We've gotten very fortunate on blood favor. Obviously, blood favor totems aren't gonna last forever, but lucky enough for us, it kind of has. But we are just so damn fast. I'm also wasting bottles early too. I don't need to be dropping them so frequently. No, this is batteries. Obviously, the more gens that get done, the better for us. Jane's in mid, or Jane's on this little thingy here. I could probably get her to panic into going down here, maybe. Nice, that worked out very well. Rad brutality, let's gas herself up again. She has light, so she's moving fast, but I'm faster. She doesn't even make check. You're just dead. There you go. So, I think with the combination of having like over the top, like crazy speeds in terms of being invigorated with the afterpiece antidote bottles, then also having 14% hindered, I don't know if this is necessarily a nerf. And that's what we were all kind of trying to decide. Because look how fast I am. And I'm faster now. I'm 22% faster with batteries. And I get a 14% hinder bottle. Like, she doesn't make it. She's dead. She doesn't make any of this. And of course, blood favor is just disgusting anyway on its own. It's a pretty good trade-off. She can't drop pallet. Blood favor. You're just dead. There you go. Boof. Nice. Look at that shit, dude. Holy cow. Third ahead of you a little bit. Get the invigoration. Plus batteries. See the aura? She's just dead. Look at this shit. Holy cow, man. That's crazy. I think he hit it right on the head, man. PTB clown felt pretty bad. This feels at least fun to play. No reaction was wild. Clown is going to be nasty, dude. I think you're right, man. Clown is. they did a good job with this. They did a good job with this shit. Yeah, you don't get away, man. You just die. I pushed you back into the gas, which I missed. It doesn't even matter. Conviction. 1, 2. There it is. Nicely done. Nicely done, man. Okay, no more of that. That's okay. The fact that you can do that over and over again is pretty funny. How's Clown feel? Pretty good. I like it. I was torn. What does the Clown document guy think about it? We asked him. He was like, "Oh, he's like, I'm not sure." He said it's a pretty nice trade-off. He doesn't think that it's a buff or a nerf. And I agree. That's my guess. That's what I'm gonna die on that hill. A very fair kit adjustment that I think a lot of people aren't going to be expecting, to be honest. So, not bad at all.